Hello and welcome to the Inner Sanctum. Today I present to you a deck that is brand new to me, but is also brand new because according to Amazon, the release date was April 24th, 2024. Okay, so this was brought to my attention by a spiritual sister, and she asked me if I'd seen it. I hadn't. I checked out their website and I ordered it. I received it a little over a week ago. I've been using it daily, and I thought I'd show you a flip through. I thought I'd share a flip through and some thoughts about it in the first week and a half of reading with it daily. So it comes in this, this beautifully made magnetic box, right? And it's got a beautiful, has the inserts on the inside. The creator is not apparent, not on Amazon, and wasn't apparent on the website either. It appears to be someone by the name of Krasimir Kalin, or Kalin. And yeah, we'll begin. So the website has a full guidebook. So there's the little white book, which is basically the little white book you would find in any tarot deck. There's nothing really special there. But the website has a full PDF guidebook, and it's actually quite well thought out. So this art is AI generated, no doubt. And it's you'll see it's very reminiscent of if you went to Sunday school, those kind of illustrations in the books. But like, if you went to Sunday school, like probably in the last 10, 20 years or something like that, not someone like me who we were looking at books from the 50s, right? Well, we didn't attend Sunday school. What we had was catechism in school, in primary school. All right, so let's begin. First of all, these are the backs, because I need to see I'm one of those people, I need to know what the backs look like, and they're freaking beautiful. I love them. The card stock is, oh my god, people, sorry, like this is seriously amateur hour. Okay. Well, yeah, it is. Always is. The backs are absolutely beautiful, and this is the width of the deck. Very manageable. The cards feel like prayer cards you would buy at a cathedral gift shop or at Catholic supply store. So I'll begin. I think I'll center this and then I'll just put the card aside. So here we start with the Fool, and the Fool is the soul, creation of a living being. The rest of the major arcana is pretty much. So, yeah, there we go. So here we have, so again, you'll see the colors are very vibrant. There's a lot of light in this deck. This is the usual conditions I normally record over my desk. Windows on either side, bright sunlight, it's early morning. I'm not going to read out what's on the cards because I'm pretty sure you can see it. So Mary Magdalene, the High Priestess. I just said I wasn't going to read them out. Okay. If at any time, you know the drill, you want to take a closer look, a longer look, you can pause. It's AI generated, so you'll see that faces in the background are, these cherubs are all identical. I'm trying to, because it's different, right? When you look at it through the, okay, so yeah. So I'm hoping you can see the font at the bottom. So, for instance, here it says the High Priest, Aaron, brother of Moses. Very, very the colors are beautiful in this deck, and there's a lot of light. It is modeled after the Waite-Smith deck. And the major arcana, okay, this is an example right here of AI generated art. There's something funky going on with his right foot. And there's something funky, like his face is a little strange. Looks like he's wearing a mask or a muzzle, but that's his beard. And for those of you who know, the entire, like, St. Peter was nailed to a cross the way Christ was, but the whole cross was inverted. So this made me chuckle. This is probably the one card that made me chuckle. Death, the fourth horseman. Yes, of course. Fourth horseman of the apocalypse. So, before I continue, you will see, and this is I was pleasantly surprised that it takes from the entire Bible, Old and New Testament. Now, as someone who's been reading tarot for like a very long time, I have to say that it's no secret that the Waite-Smith deck has a lot of biblical influences. It's influenced from the Bible, like, you know what I mean? A lot of that imagery. So this is like a meta kind of thing, because here it is, like a meta kind of thing, because this is a Waite-Smith inspired deck, Waite-Smith Bible inspired deck, when the Waite-Smith deck has biblical imagery in it or references. I am really hoping you could see the font at the bottom. I'll tell you how it reads when I'm done the flip through. So candles are wands, and I'm not sure you'll be able to see, but the minors and the court card, I'm pretty sure the court cards will see, because again, I've only had it a week and a half, have the title, Ace of Candles, Moses in the burning bush, describing what you're looking at. And then there's a verse from Exodus, and it's from the New International Version, of the Bible. That translation, so the NIV translation of the Bible. So when the Lord saw that he had gone over to look, God called to him from within the bush, Moses, Moses, and Moses said, here I am. I'm not going to read every Bible verse. I'm just hoping you can see it. What I will tell you is, I always talk about, well, can I see the card and stuff like that? I can see the imagery. The imagery connects for me. I can read the title and who's in, the description of the card perfectly. The Bible verse, I got to bring the card closer. So, but it's a standard size tarot deck. Like literally, it's the standard size. So it's the size of a regular Rider tarot. You know what I mean? So, and because it's on the white background, it does help to be able to read it. But I'd be lying if I said, oh, this is like, I have to like lean in to read the the fine print for the Bible verse, but it's fine. for AI generated art, it's not too bad. This card made me laugh the first time I saw it because all the men in the background are the same face, just different expressions. Except for the two right here, they're exactly the same. I'm trying to remember to pull my chubby hands away so you can read, so you can see the card. So candles, I'm pretty sure is, wands. So it's Old Testament, New Testament, the Gospel. I keep looking to make sure that it's in frame. Oh my God. So my spiritual sister did point out to me, if when you're raised Catholic, you don't really learn scripture. You just learn what you need to know for the year, for, what's covered in Mass. And she's absolutely right. You're absolutely right. So this is actually a really great learning tool if your folk magic is, if you're practicing a Christian folk magic, Catholic folk magic, like if you that's the religion that's attached to your folk magic, you'll find this really helpful. Yeah, I think all these guys are pretty. No, there's a couple of different faces there. Like, I'm not saying, okay. So the thing about AI generated art, for something like a biblical tarot, to me, it makes total sense to do that. I'm not saying that it should take over the world, that it should take over the art world or should be the only art medium. But I think that for this deck, I think it was a really good choice, because there's a lot for AI to draw from in order to create imagery. And I don't know how this was created or anything like that. I don't know any of those details. It's just my observation having this deck and working with it for about a week and a half. Now, you don't need to just rely on my video for this deck, because the website has all 78 cards visible and large enough for you to see all the detail and read the scripture quote and the titles and all that. That's how I was able to make a decision to take a chance on it, because I was able to really peruse the website, peruse all the cards before making the decision. without someone like me yammering about it. You know what I mean? Like, that's why I'm trying not to talk too much. I will say that I was pleasantly surprised. I'm trying to leave my comments for the end after the flip through. Just trying to bring this closer. Oh, I'm not sure if those women have different faces or not, but so feathers. Oh my God, I didn't even say. So I guess the chalices was obvious. Yeah, chalices are obviously cups, right? Chalices, we see that in tarot all the time. Feathers as well is pretty obvious, it's swords. But if it's not obvious, I thought I'd say it. Jonah trapped inside the fish. That is quite the fish. Oh my God, people. When I saw Samson loses his strength for the 10 of feathers, this made me so happy. Many of the cards made me so happy. Oh yeah, I guess it was self-evident with what I said at the start. I was not sent this deck to review. I purchased it with my own money. I got it on Amazon because it was quicker for me to get it that way. It came to $50 Canadian, $50 and some change Canadian, which is, you know, it's what decks are costing now. And I guess it qualifies as an indie deck. And grains is pentacles, which I also feel fits. It's AI, and it's a little cartoony, but not so much that, again, it's really reminiscent of, you know, those books, the illustrations in Sunday school books. Sorry, I keep adjusting the card because I'm not sure. It looks in frame and then it looks tilted. Sorry about that. I love that the Queen of Sheba is the Nine of Grains, Nine of Earth, Nine of Pentacles, because I often think of the Queen of Sheba, especially with the Morgan Greer Tarot. That's who comes to mind. Okay. So my thoughts on this deck, working with it for about a week and a half, every day. It's on my desk. It's always on my desk. I have to say, um, you know me, I'm going to be brutally honest about stuff. And it doesn't mean I hate something, right? It's just that once I exercise my critiques or whatever, or the things that were missed for me, it helps me develop a better relationship with a deck. All right. So what do I think of the Biblical Tarot? Working with this for a whole week, I have to say there's two things that were instantly evident. One, the creator of this deck knows their freaking Bible, okay? Because, yeah, I was amazed. They also know tarot. It's very thoughtfully put together. I don't generally like theme decks. I'll take that back. I'm generally drawn to themed tarot decks, but I rarely encounter a themed tarot deck that works for me. And this one, I'll tell you so far what I've experienced with it. One, it reads super clear. Like if you already read the Waite Smith's tarot, this one is just, it basically reads itself. Two, it has a sense of humor. And I think that's I come with those prejudices too. You know what I mean? It's like I wasn't expecting the Biblical Tarot to have a sense of humor. I was expecting it to be like a little, a little somber, not somber, a little solemn. I was expecting it to be serious. But no, man, just like just like the Bible itself, it really does, poke fun sometimes at, us as human beings. It's written by human beings, right? So, well, that depends what you believe. I'm sorry, but this tarot deck is a beautiful melding of, let's say, the Waite Smith Tarot and Bible scrying. So before I am going to shuffle and I'm going to draw cards to show you how it looks. So this is, yikes, let's zoom out here so you can see what's happening. Oh my God, let me pull over my little. So this is the Bible that I've been using for quite some time. It's the version I've been using. I use the Dewey Rames version, which is by St. Benedict Press. It's widely available. It is the one that is considered the translation, the first translation from the Latin Vulgate. All that stuff. The cards are based on the New International Version translation of the Bible, which is fine. I've also used King James. I think I started with the King James Bible for Bible scrying. And if you don't know what Bible scrying is, it's basically the same, bibliomancy. That's what Bible scrying is. Bibliomancy is you take a book, you think about your question, and then you open on a random page, you point, and you read it. It's a very old practice. There was a time when I didn't have a tarot deck. There was a little space of time when I was, I think it was, I want to say when I was in nursing school. I gave my tarot deck to my friend, the one that I had, the Rider Tarot. And I didn't replace it right away because I was busy with, nursing school. And in the time between replacing my Rider Tarot, like giving it away to my friend and replacing it, I just used the Bible because for me it was the same thing. Any book that's important to you could be used for bibliomancy. All right. So I think I expressed how, so this is how it shuffles. Okay, look, it goes, this is like, it's I think I told you that it's glossy, right? It's like the prayer cards. And it really is. I think it's plastic cardstock. I don't know. Feels like it. And you can't, you know, for those of you who care about these things, on Amazon, on the Amazon listing, at least the Amazon Canada listing, there's a photo. I think this is an updated printing of this. So this probably existed before, had already been printed, because the photo compares the previous printing where the card was see-through, like when you held it up against the light, and then this one has a core or thickness or something. Anyway. All I care, you see this? I could do this all day long. Not gonna lie, this instantly made me happy. That and the backs. All right, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to shuffle really well. I will do the same thing that I did with my last video, the Black Madonna Tarot, but instead I'm going to pull 3 cards, and then you could think about your question or something you want, you know, you're requesting insight on. And I will draw 3 cards because I regularly read them. I either draw 1 card or 3 cards. That's my usual thing. But I'm not going to read from the PDF on the website because I don't have it pulled up on my laptop. But you can also do that on your own and see how it reads, like what you think of it, right? I'll have the link below for the website. All right. I know, how many times can you watch me shuffle? Oh, I'm sorry guys, I gotta do it one more time because it was in order and I want to make sure there's no clumping. So I guess this gives you an opportunity also to see like what my methodology is when I read a tarot deck. So what are my thoughts? Overall, I'm pleasantly surprised. It's very clear to read. The imagery matches the tarot card, and the quote is a little extra that also lends context. I have to say, for the most part, because I can't, like, I haven't used it long enough to say, oh, okay, I don't agree with this. But, you know, at first glance, reading with it for a week and a half, I feel like the imagery chosen for each card and the quote fits the tarot meaning. It's a tarot deck, people. It's a tarot deck, and it's a themed tarot deck that I feel works. All right. So normally, what I would do if I was reading for someone in person, I would ask the querent to then shuffle the cards after I shuffled them. And yeah, I let querents handle my cards. I think it's important to have that exchange of energy when possible in person. And then I ask them to cut in 3 with their left hand. And then I then pick it up and lay out the cards. Yikes. Okay, I said yikes, but at the same, I think right when I say yikes, it's because what everyone thinks when they see the Tower card. For me, it's exciting. Oh, okay. So normally I don't do this, but I will say this. This is a wonderful reading. Okay, so for the person I was thinking about that it's meant for, that they already know, and for you watching, this is an excellent reading. Sometimes you got to shake things up. Sometimes it's just, it's time to move on. It's time to move on. And when I don't read past, present, future, I read, I don't even know how to describe it, but I read it as a story. I read it as a story, and I allow the cards to tell me what the story is. And I'm not going to, I want to leave it so that you read your own reading in this. But here it is, people. Again, I have to say that there is something about the literal imagery, yet it's both literal and symbolic imagery that totally lends itself for tarot reading, totally. I haven't tried using it for spirit communication, and I don't think I will, because I feel like then there's too much going on. I prefer using a Waite-Smith deck for spirit communication, which will be, if not my next video, or if not my next post on Patreon, it will be this month. So there it is, people. The Biblical Tarot. I hope this was helpful for you to see what this little animal is in order to make informed decisions and with purchasing. I'm pleasantly surprised. I wasn't expecting much because I'm funky that way when it comes to themed decks, and I like it. I like it. All right. That's it for me. And wherever you are in the world, I'm wishing you a beautiful day. But before I let you go, please, in the comments down below, share your thoughts on the Biblical Tarot from what I've shown you so far. Feel welcome to ask me any questions about it. And yeah, feel welcome to share your thoughts and ask any questions that maybe I didn't answer in showing you this deck. Again, I bought it with my own money, and you know what I'm going to say. Do you need it? No, I'm not going to say you don't need it. But if you've been looking for this type of tarot deck for your spiritual practice, your folk magic, what have you, I think I'm going to enjoy using it. All right. Again, wherever you are in the world, I'm wishing you a beautiful day, a beautiful week, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Bye-bye.